Hello and welcome to part 27 of the no sphere grid summons, customize, any of that challenge for Final Fantasy X. Now, yes, it has been a long time coming, and I apologise for that. But the end of last year into the beginning of this one, bit mad. And the weeks and months just got away from me. But I have found that time is on my side again, and I wanted to carry on with this. And again, where I'd kind of worked ahead, a lot of this footage was recorded way back when, and I'm now finally putting the voiceover over it. In the last video, we beat Biren and Yankee, and we made sure that we caught a Bashura in Mount Gagazet. And that is because we are now in the middle of farming for SOS haste equipment, as much of it as we can get. If we can get with, I think it's Waka with a HP 5%, that'll be great, because that means we can revive him and he'll be in yellow health. Yuna, we want specifically to not have that, because when she revives she'll be in yellow health anyway. And I think the others, it doesn't really matter either way, but we're definitely going to want one for Riku. We're definitely going to want one for Waka and Yuna, and Oren. And probably Tidus as well, because we're going to need Tidus and Waka to help with catching, and we're going to still be using predominantly Yuna and Oren alongside Riku in battle. So yeah, essentially we're on a bit of a farming grind now, hence why it's being played through at such a high speed. Obviously I can't just jump to when I have those bits and pieces. We need the footage of the whole challenge, so that's why it's all going to be on here. But we're doing it at ×4 speed, just so that we can kind of get through this bit as quick as possible. Once we have that, we are going to carry on monster hunting in different areas. We specifically need, I think it's 5 areas completed so that we can get the prize for the shining gems. And we need those shining gems because we're going to need them to deal enough damage to Seymour and to Unalesca. So without them we can't really, although technically speaking we can progress, without them it's going to make those 2 bosses basically impossible. We're probably going to use them for the keepers as well, but we need them kind of from the run from now, which is sort of Seymour Flux is the next boss, all the way up to Unalesca, because that is then when we're going to get the airship, and then we can kind of travel around. So we've already obviously got the Calmlands. We're going to look to get the Thunder Plains done. We're going to look to get Macalania done. We will probably have to get Gagazet done as well. Both, although having said that, we can't actually complete Gagazet until after we beat Seymour, and we're going to need the gems before we beat him. So how's that? Is it 5? Maybe it's only 3. It's been a while. I can't remember. But we need a set amount anyway, and obviously we can only go back as far as the Thunder Plains. We can't go back further than that, sort of the Moonflow and beyond, because there is a Dark Ixion in the way, so we can't actually get to Guadalcanal. So I'm just thinking, what is there? Yeah, we've got the Thunder Plains and Macalania, then we've got the Calmlands, then we've got Gagazet, and we've got the tomb, the Cavern of the Faith. Maybe it's only 3 that we need. Maybe it's Calmlands, Macalania, and the Thunder Plains. Or maybe it is a specific... Maybe it's just Macalania and you get the prize for Macalania. I did have all this written down, and before recording I tried to hunt for all my notes on that, and did you think I can find it? Well, clearly I can't, because I'm now having to kind of spitball. I know that the Thunder Plains, you got Chocobo Wings. So we're going to want that anyway, because Chocobo Wings great. Gagazet, I know you get like a Blossom Crown or whatever it is, which you need in Remium Temple, which for us is going to be completely pointless, because we can't use summons anyway. Calmlands, you get to open the chest for the Nirvana weapon, but obviously with that you need the Celestial Mirror anyway, so it must just be Macalania. You must just get the gems for completing Macalania. Yeah, because it's definitely nothing to do with the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, and as I say, you need them before you meet Seymour. So I'm going out on a limb here, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll have to find my notes. I'll have to have a better look for my notes, because I'd literally written on there exactly what was needed to be caught, what the prizes were, all that gubbins was on there. Because then once we get the airship, we need to get, I think it's 5 of certain areas to unlock specific like species and area quest things. Again, for specific items, and also so that we can fight specific monsters, so that we can basically farm items for later. Things like Auto Phoenix armors, and dark matters and things like that. But that's way, way, way off into the future. We haven't got to worry about that yet. Essentially, all we need at the moment is SOS Haste Armor, because it will make life a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, the monster hunting. But I'd say we're coming up to about halfway through this grind now for these items. The kind of good thing with this is, because we are winning all these fights, we're getting a little bit of money back, and even if we're not getting the equipment that we want, we're getting other bits of equipment which we can then sell, so we shouldn't be losing too much money here. The main pain is the fact that we are losing Petrify Grenades, obviously, which are kind of our main go-to for most kind of wild encounters that we get. So we are going to have to do a bit of farming for those after the fact. Obviously, we strictly speaking, we don't really want them for hunting monsters and catching monsters, because obviously we need to catch them with the capture weapons. But obviously, if we get a lot of random encounters of stuff we don't want, we want to be able to clear our way out of those nice and quickly, so we will still want some Petrify Grenades for that. We'll also need Petrify Grenades then for the run up Mount Gagazet, and in the caves in Gagazet, and then getting through Zanakind all the way to all of our bosses. So we will need a... we will need to kind of deal with that where we can. It looks like we're trying to go with the Stone Touch tactic, and it looks like it is not working in the slightest. I guess it's worth a shot to try and not use the items, but, you know, clearly that didn't work. But what we kind of also want to do is swap some of our party members around as well, because you get a better chance of getting the equipment if those characters are in the party. And where it is literally just Riku coming in and lobbing grenades, it's easier to just swap the other people out. We don't need Tidus on first strike. Obviously, if we get Orin in there with initiative, that kind of gets rid of the ambush. Riku's pretty quick, so she should get first crack, which she is getting. But we are really depleting through our petrified grenades. I think I did potentially. I saw a little bit of a jump. I wouldn't be surprised if I reset at some point in order to kind of see what equipment I got by the time I get down to 0, and then kind of sack it off. Basically, if I don't get what I want, then I haven't got to farm for all those grenades again. I can just reset and have all those grenades, and I don't have to worry about all the equipment I've lost. Looks like we're going for a bit of an equipment sort of check, because there does seem to be plenty in there, most of which we probably aren't going to want, especially now we're getting like the ward stuff. Most of that sort of pointless. We need like proof guards, and we need like strike stuff instead of touch, just because it's harder to actually like get any of this stuff to stick. And obviously any of the stuff with the empty slots, we might as well sell all that because we get more money for it. If we've got SOS haste with no empty slots, we might as well keep that because we're not customizing anyway. And yeah, if we've got one with like 2 empty slots, then so be it. We'll just go with that. But it looks like we are now having to yeah, we're having to go through and do a bit of a grind for the petrified grenades now, which suggests to me either we are getting these because we want to have another crack at stuff, or we're kind of we're kind of done with what we were doing, and we're just needing some grenades now for the venturing outwards towards Macalania. So we'll see, won't we? I suppose once we get to this, as I say, the recording of this was quite a while ago, so I don't exactly remember what my my plan was at the time, or my intentions. Oh, blimey. We actually got the death touch in there. I suppose we might as well try with the other 2. Might as well try and kill the thing. Might get a bit of money back. What's quite nice about the SOS haste there that Riku's in, she is often where... Obviously we didn't this time round. But she is often getting 2 goes in before the enemy does, which is handy. Yeah, this is saying to me that we did all we wanted to do. That's what this is saying to me. That we got all the equipment that we wanted from the Bashuras. And essentially now we are just stocking up on grenades. Time for another item grind, yeah. Unfortunately, there's going to be a fair few more of these before this challenge is through. Especially once we've got past Unalesca. Because there's going to be so many bits of equipment that we need in order to fight off Sin and beat Seymour again. We're going to need a lot of like elemental proof equipment for that. We're going to need, as I say, like auto Phoenix equipment as well for Bruska's final Aeon. We're going to need Dark Matters for damage against him, especially. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm pretty sure from the Monster Arena we're going to be given Supreme Gems, which should do... I mean, the Shining Gems do sort of 5,000-6,000 damage. The Supreme Gems do around sort of 9,000, sometimes as much as like 9,999, and then the dark matters do, I believe, sort of 12,000-13,000, and that doesn't sound like a lot more, but obviously if you're dealing an extra sort of 4,000 damage a go, that could mean the difference between 1, maybe 2 less turns. And obviously towards the end of this, you just want to be getting fights over with as quick as possible. So if it means that there's 1 less turn that a boss gets, then awesome. That's what we need. Now I've only got the cloudy mirror still, so we've got to do that as well. We've got to get the celestial mirror. Oh, okay, no, we're back to Bashura's again, so that says to me that we still are missing. Let's see if we can see. Oh no, the screens are coming up too quick because it's ×4. Trying to see how many petrified grenades we've got. I think that said 20. Oh, maybe not even as many as that. I can't see, it's too quick to be honest. I don't know how we've got so few already though, because we just grinded for a load. Yeah, I literally can't see that. It's too quick. But hey ho. Get rid of some trash. The thing is SOS armor is going to be a godsend. We desperately need it, because without it, or rather with it, obviously a lot of the time we're running at such low health anyway. It doesn't actually really matter if we're in yellow health, because a lot of stuff can just like one shot us dead anyway. Even Oren can get kind of one shot by monsters, so we might as well kind of ride that luck. I know I've said this before in older videos, but we might as well ride that luck, sit in the yellow health, but also get the benefit of having auto haste on, because it means we're then not having to use items from Riku. We're not having to waste Riku's turn. It just makes the whole process a lot easier. I am seeing an end to this on my on the edit, so a few more petrified grenades and I think we'll be done. I think essentially what I was trying to do was get extra equipment for Waka, because if memory serves, I don't think I managed to get the one with 5% health added to it, which is annoying because it means then when you revive him, he revives in white health instead of in yellow health. But it is what it is. I think it just got to a point where I'd got sick and tired of constantly trying to get the equipment with that attribute, because I just kept getting like the hasted arm guards for him, but they were just coming with various different empty slots. And obviously without the ability to customize, there was literally nothing I could do. It's just like, well, we're literally going round and round in circles here. We're taking ages. A few more Bashuras. How many have I got? It's possible to see. 27, I think that said. I'm assuming I need, what, like one more? Although it looks like they're already in haste, but that might be because I'm at ×4 speed. Because clearly I'm not wanting this for Waka, because otherwise I'd have him in the party to boost the chances. I must want this for Kimari or for Lulu. But which one? I'm just kind of fixating on where the equipment pops up now. Tit for tat. No, that was a Riku weapon. Any more? Glorious Charge? No. No. Okay, now we are going for... Maybe because I don't really use Lulu or Kimari much. Maybe I'm just thinking nuts to them. Haste Ring. Great, yeah, that's for Yuna. Very helpful. Ah, there we go. I needed one for Oren. And I've already got one for Waka, yeah. Equip one on Yuna there. Sold a few bits and pieces. I think that is the item grind pretty much done. We're just going to top up with a few more Petrify Grenades. But I believe that is the actual equipment grind sort of done. And we'll be wrapping this up now in order to head out so that we can get the bits and pieces from Macalania that we need. Fingers crossed. Just a few more Petrify Grenades to get. As I say, predominantly we don't really want them because, well, not don't want them. Be great to have them. We don't kind of need them because we're meant to be kind of killing stuff with specific weapons. So obviously just hitting them with a Petrify Grenade is no good to us. But there will be times, yeah, where we come across something that's either a bad layout of monsters and it's very difficult to isolate the ones that we want, so it's easier to just petrify them and get rid of the fight, or it's a particularly strong enemy, I'm thinking Chimera, and say we've already caught one. If we get any more fights against them, what we don't want to be doing is repeatedly doing that fight normally, so it's easier to just kind of nerf it. But outside of that, it is going to just be kind of strategically using items to whittle enemies' health down. Thankfully, there are a lot of kind of what I would call normal monsters still in Macalania, with only, say, a few hundred health. I think there might even only be sort of 2 that have got over 1,000 that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe 3. So that will make the situation a bit easier. It might even be a case that only kind of 2 weapon attacks will be plenty to actually end the fight. So, but we'll see. I mean, obviously we've got to get there first. So there's that fun and games. But yeah, now we have finally returned to normal speed. We have saved all that progress. We've got all those Petrify Grenades. We have got, obviously, the equipment that we farmed. And we are now on our way to Macalania. But it looks like we are kind of heading over to try and get the Chocobo. Because looking at this might be a game over. Oh no, Riku finally gets a turn, thank God. Because I stupidly kept her in the party and I didn't swap her out for Tidus with First Strike. Thankfully there, yeah, everything's fairly weak. Smoke bomb. Maybe another one just to finish them off. Or a silence grenade, yeah. Couple of items just to finish them off. Obviously they're both kind of physical enemies. So, blinding them first. Perfect. If we can keep hold of our petrified grenades, we will. But yeah, we definitely need to make sure that we're taking Riku out of the party. I don't know why. Yeah, why wasn't I already equipping the SOS stuff? But yeah, we will definitely still want Tidus because we need first strike. Yeah, that should be alright. We got a bit lucky there on that fight. Thankfully, what we came across was quite weak, so it wasn't too much of a problem. Right, where is this blooming Chocobo? Not going to be able to find it now, am I? Actually get an extra turn. Cool, couple of dream powders like that. Might as well go with it. Are we going to go smoke bomb and kind of ride our luck? We are going to go smoke bomb and ride our luck. I mean, thankfully, Oren's relatively decent. There we go. That's shattered that guy, which is good. Another couple of dream powders. Nice. Might as well try. Thankfully, with them being blinded, that makes life a hell of a lot easier. Come on, Walker, you got Stone Touch. Get rid of them. Make it so that I don't have to use another item, please. I mean, it's a good way of giving me a kind of free opportunity to get some more items off of things without having to keep going to the monster arena. But yeah, that was never gonna hit, was it? The monster Sundays. Thankfully, they're missing quite nicely, and we get the win thanks to the Stone Touch, which is great. The old switcheroo. That is the bane of this blooming challenge, is having to do that all the time, and clearly I went the wrong way, and I'm going to have to walk all the way around, aren't I? I'm going to have to walk all the way to the south side of the Calmlands, which is so slow and time consuming, and then when you can't actually escape any of the fights, and you've just got to walk and walk and walk and walk till you get there. It's like, oh, for God's sake, it's so tedious. All because you can't escape fights. Like, if you could escape random encounters, it would make kind of these parts of the challenge not easier as such, but smoother, certainly. Because then you haven't got to worry all the time about like having to use up so many extra items just to clear random fights. And it's not like you're even grinding to improve your stats, because obviously you can't spend anything on the sphere grid. So you end up doing all this walking, all these bloody random fights, and all it does is waste your item count. That's literally all it's doing, is wasting items and wasting time. Because it's not making you any stronger. And then, yeah, there we go. Got a little unlucky there. Although, oh, one of them's down. Okay. Fair enough. And then we kill it off with that. Just because, yeah, better than having a dead walker. Yeah, it's just getting through the Calmlands to the exits is just so time consuming. It really is such a pain. Now the problem here is we want to silence and blind. I do have 2 goes though, in fairness, so that effectively renders the flame flan pointless. Do I go with smoke? Yeah, smoke bomb. So that gets rid of the wolf. Oh, it gets rid of the flame flan as well. That's annoying. Oh, I thought flame flans would be stronger than that. That's a bit of an annoyance. Maybe I could have grenaded that. Because I could have stolen some fire gems then. If it was silenced. Perfect opportunity to steal some fire gems. Are we going via the save point? I feel like we're going via the save point. Oh god, the worst one. So we need to sleep the Quell. And we need to get rid of the robots. Although we do have 2 turns, so we could just, steal from both of them. Ah, it's annoying. And the Poison Fang, I suppose. However many of them we got. Oh, we got 56, that's plenty. Thing is, while we're still sort of around the monster arena, it's not like we need like 99 of everything all the time. I don't even think Mana Springs really do anything. They absorb some MP, which is pretty useless because Riku's got 85 MP but no spells and no skills that use MP, and because she'll be the only one that can actually use that item, yeah, kind of pointless, but yeah, is what it is. Ooh, Deathbringer. Is that Death Touch? Ooh, oh, I missed it. I missed it in the menu. Oh, it's not. Oh yeah, Death Touch. Right. Okay. It's that's why I missed it in the menu, because it wasn't Orange Sword. It was Tidus's. Death Touch is. I mean, it's okay for now, but I mean, he's gonna need First Strike basically for the rest of the game, and we're kind of getting to the point where touch weapons are not enough. We need strike weapons now, because touch is just not going to cut it. Oh, there uses the dream powder that I stole. Or that I used, rather. Perfect. That is the handy thing with them being asleep. They can actually be hit by Oran. Their evasion must be 0. Oh, okay. We're not going for the save. Interesting. Oh, these are the worst ones. I just want to... I mean, in fairness, I'm not petrified grenading anything, but it's nice to have that option. Whereas these, Dream Powder, 2 Poison Fangs, Weight. And I can't even really get anything good for the steals either. If there were some good steals to get, then that would be great. And the fact that I have to Poison Fang them individually as well, not like both at once. That's a pain, but that's a single target item. But what can you do? That'll be near the end of this area. I want to start catching stuff. I want to catch stuff and then I want to see what the prizes are. New prizes. Definitely want my chocobo wings as well from the Thunder Plains. That'd be great. Although you do only get 99. And I don't think that's going to be enough to see me through the rest of the game, if I'm honest. I mean, it'll be more than enough to see me through Unalesca. I mean, it should be. It kind of has to be. Because I think the easiest way of getting those is from the Cactuar King, I think. Because against the regular Cactuars, I believe even the Beaconel ones, the actual Cactuar, and not the Quactuar, the Q ones from the Thunder Plains, I believe that it's still only a rare drop for them to be a Chocobo wing. Whereas from the King, which is a special Monster Arena like boss almost, I believe they're a common steal for you to get Chocobo wings, which is much easier, much quicker. Hopefully we could always get kind of one steal in against them, maybe two, which would be great. Obviously the first steal is guaranteed, so we will get something from them at least. But yeah, we need those shining gems. Without those shining, because otherwise all we've got are poison fangs, and they do like half the damage, if that. They do like, well, as you've seen, around 2,000 if you're lucky. Granted, they then do sort of poison tick damage, but if the thing you're facing is immune to that and cannot be poisoned, then literally you're having to use sort of twice as many items, or sort of 2.5 times as many items, which is then going to be more turns, which means you're going to be hit by the enemy more, and obviously the longer a fight goes on, the less chance you have of winning, because there's a higher chance that the enemy could crit, even if you've kind of got things under control. If they get a crit, that could kill potentially even Orin, if you're unlucky enough. There's more turns for them to get negative kind of status effects on you, which means then you're probably going to need to use more items to cleanse yourself. You're probably going to get killed more, so you're going to need to use more items to revive yourself, or even just to heal yourself. And you're going to need more items to actually like win the fight. So the whole thing just costs more time, more resources. Your kind of strategy has to be sort of perfect then, with no room for error, because you've got so many more turns anyway. So yeah, that is why these shining gems are so important. And ultimately as well, why the Supreme Gems later and the Dark Matters will be so important, because that extra damage will hopefully be the difference maker to mean that we can actually get less turns happening. And that's essentially where we are. We need minimal turns for the enemy. As many for us as we can muster, and the least amount for them as we can as well. Now, I don't remember seeing on the Monster Arena list whether we've caught any in Macalania Woods yet. It did say that we got some in the Thunder Plains, probably because we were looking for a cactuar so that we could farm some chocobo feathers for haste. Potentially as well, the Iron Giant there gives light curtains that we'd need for protect. And I think the lavas give you lunar curtains as well for shell. So we can get shell, protect and haste there. So that would make sense that we've already kind of caught those so that we could farm those particular items. In terms of Macalania though, I'm trying to think if there's anything there specifically that we would have wanted to catch for item farming, and I can't think of anything. Because obviously Calmlands will give us Poison Fangs, it will give us Dream Powders, it will give us Petrify Grenades. I don't know if it will give us Smoke Bombs, can't remember. It will give us Fire Gems. So yeah, I think there is another way of getting Poison Fangs as a rare steal, but that's not great because we want it as a common steal because we'll get them quicker. Hence, Calmlands would be better for that. I think we can only get Sleep Powders instead of Dream Powders, so there's less damage being done there. Maybe Silence Grenades. Maybe we needed that there for Silence Grenades. Potentially. And probably, yeah, Water Gems. But again, if you've got Fire Gems, you're usually alright there. So it might be a case where we need to kind of get everything. Oh, it's so close. We're so close. Yeah, it might be a case where we need to literally hunt for absolutely everything. Because we haven't got any of it yet. Or it could be a case where we've got a few bits and pieces. Because obviously we don't get the equipment for that until the Monster Arena, which was obviously after it. So the first time we went through, we wouldn't have had capture weapons in order to just get stuff as we were going through. So it's not like we could have just caught the odd thing as we fought it and thought, wow, we might as well catch it now, why not, while we're here. So it's likely that we need everything. But we should be alright with only one of everything. I'm just trying to think in my brain what there is. Obviously, I've already mentioned the Chimera. There's like the kind of weird quadruped thing that slashes claws at you. The Xiphos or something, I think it's called. They're quite deadly because they hit hard and they're very fast. Obviously, we've got the what we're doing. Oh, I think I was in the right spot. Oh no, I wasn't in the right spot. Yeah, you've got the Snow Wolf and the like Ice Flan. I think there's like a sort of like a Nidhogg type thing. The one that Oren usually needs to kill with piercing, although annoyingly his capture weapon doesn't have piercing. So there'll be one of those. I think there's a water element in the forest. I believe there's a wasp of some kind in the forest as well. What else is there? The kind of imp creature, I think there's one of those there. Although I might just be getting that mixed up with the Thunder Plains. What else is there? Oh, the other kind of hardened, like, math deck kind of thing with the kind of shell around it that typically needs piercing to kill it. One of them, or like the shred type enemy. So it's like 2 piercing things. You got the wolf. I don't know whether if there's a wolf in the snowy bit and then the kind of lizardy thing in the forest. That's likely because they're usually separate from one another. Generally speaking, like the piercing things as well, they're usually separate from one another. Ooh, are we actually gonna go and yeah, we're gonna actually get the Celestial Mirror. It's about time. I think a few videos ago I just tried to wander over there and nothing happened, and yeah, it didn't occur to me that I actually, you know, needed to do the quest bit. I think that chest has been got. Yep, there is no chest there for you today. Okay, so we sent him back to his family. We get back to his family, and lo and behold, the kids wandered off, haven't they? He's back with his family, yay! Now our son's gone missing. I don't know what to do. Why didn't you go after your child, you fool? Like, surely going after your child who's wandered off into the woods is more needed than just waiting around for your husband to maybe come back there. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. We got the Celestial Mirror now. I don't know how many Celestial weapons we're really going to actually need. Maybe Tidus is one. Obviously we can't get Walkers anyway, because we can't do Blitzball. I'm buggered if I'm going to be getting the Onion Knight for Lulu, because A, we don't really use Lulu anyway in this whole thing, barely at all. But also, like, I'm not dodging 200 lightning bolts, just not doing it, so that's out. Obviously Riku's one's pretty easy to get because it's just finding it once you've got the airship. We can now pick up the Nirvana for Yuna. Again, I don't know how useful that's going to be, really. I guess we'll sort of see. Ooh, $4,000, nice. What else is there? I suppose Oran's one's relatively easy to get. Just sort of picking up the rusty sword and then taking it to the statue. So we'll probably get that purely because it's so easy to get. And I'm pretty sure we can get the sigil for him. I can't remember how you get his sigil. Oh, that's a point, actually. Yuna's sigil. I think you have to go to Remium, don't you? So, I mean, we can get the Nirvana, but we can't really power it up. Riku's, we can get the sigil, because that's the Cactuar quest. So that's possible. Tidus's is the Chocobo race for his weapon and his sigil, and the crest we can get after the Unalesca fight, so it means we don't have to go back and get it from Dark Bahamut because we're not winning that. So his is possible to complete. Lulu's, yeah, we're not getting. Where do you get Kamaru's from? I'm trying to think where you even get Kamaru's weapon. Do you just find it? Again, probably not going to need... Like, from the sounds of it, I think Tidus... Oh, I think Orange, you might get his sigil from a certain amount of monster hunting. I think. So that's also doable, like gettable. Because I'm pretty sure we've already got the Mars Crest, because that's on the old road, on the Mihan High Road. I believe that's when that was. And I think Riku's crest was just randomly in a chest on Beacon Ale or something, maybe even in home, but I'm pretty sure we got it. So we can power hers up, we can power Oren's up, we can power Tidus's up. Yeah, Lulu's we're not getting, so sod that. Waka's we're not getting, plus we can't get the sigil, so that's out. Yuna's you can't get the sigil for, so that's basically out as well. It's kind of pointless. That leaves us with Kimari, so for that we'd need to do the butterfly quest, but I can't even remember where you get his weapon from. And again, doing the butterfly quest is just a pain, so maybe we don't bother with that either. I'm not sure. Right, are we just gonna... What are we doing? Are we going to try and catch these, or are we just going to murder the hell out of them? I mean, we could throw like a silence grenade out. Why don't we do that? Yeah, that's what I did. Clever old past me. So that's those two dead. You now can't do anything, which means I can steal from you. Yep. Steal from you? Why am I not? No, steal from it. What are you doing? Don't steal from Oren, you idiot. Oh, you're trying to get yourself into yellow health. Right, okay. Capture weapon. Absolutely loads of health, which is going to take ages. Okay, a little bit of fire, yeah. Might as well. Boom. Yeah, not bad. Interesting. Probably gonna mind you, his attack is gonna be stronger. Riku, hurt yourself again. Missed, great. Well done, idiot. How much health? Okay, so I can't do another fire on it. I mean, you could attack. Silent strike. Yeah, fair enough. Good shout. Oh wow, 53. Defense is way too high. Oh god, she's still not in yellow health. Get in yellow health, Riku, for God's sake. Come on, hurt yourself. There we go. Oh, and you crit on yourself as well. Well done, idiot. A little more for Waka. This is the pain, having to then get your characters in yellow health. 166. Just over 100. Ooh, that's better. Oh, still not. Nice. Waka's in haste. Perfect. And that's what we need. What's it, about 50 odd now? 37. Another steal, might as well. Get a few bits and pieces. And Waka has captured the ice flan. Perfect. So this is essentially what we're going to have to do. Thankfully, these things are not as strong as they are in the Calmlands. So it should be a little bit quicker and a little bit easier to kind of get the group into a kind of thing that we like, where we can kind of off the stuff we've not bothered about, and then just capture like one, maybe two different monsters, like with that one. Like we essentially make the other things a kind of a non-entity. Yeah, there's not many things out in the snow here. Obviously, we've already got the ice flan, but I think we just need the eye and the wolf and potentially the kind of Mafdet thing or whatever it's called. The annoying thing is the flan has got the most health and we've already caught it, so we need that to die. But because we're in SOS Haste, we've got lots of turns, which is good. We've got like 400 health. A couple of attacks from Waka should do it. Realistically. Whether he can keep up with them though, isn't it? Okay. Obviously, it potentially could then do some detrimental bits to us, but that's you gone. So we're now left with the weaker things. Okay, you actually hit it. That's good. Didn't inflict dark, which is annoying, but it's something. Another hit on you. That's perfect. Don't really want to be doing any damage with Riku, do we? That's the thing. And Oren's so slow, he's not going to be able to keep up with either of them. 70. Oh, hello, Steve.
I foresee no difficulty.
Just wandered in. See what we're doing. Thought you were outside, mate. Obviously not. Oh, that's not good. Oh, potions. That's handy. Oh no, Oren in confused mode is not good. I think, yeah, that's a hit on the evil eye to get that gone. Good. We've got that now. Yeah, and she comes in and sooner. Okay, yeah, to stop him going on a murder spree, because he'd absolutely decimate me. Waka's gone, but that's fine. I wonder if Tidus could hit it, or do we not worry? What are we thinking? Okay, we're thinking Phoenix down, are we? Right. Don't kill Waka, please. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That works. Oi, stop scratching up my chair, you, mister. Being a pest. Swap over to the capture, or do you just... Yeah, that was never going to work. Must be so close. Must be so... You stop going to all the noisy parts of the room, mister. So annoying, because if Tidus kills him, he's not going to catch him. Leave that bag alone. Why are you being such a pest? Oi, leave that. Stop rustling things. Alright. We got it. Good. Absolute pain. Leave the bag alone, you damn cat. Leave it. Come up here. Sit on a cushion. Come up here. Come on. I'll put you up there. God, you're annoying sometimes. You really are, cat. There you go. Settle up there. Yeah? That's what you want. Good boy. So by my reckoning, there should only be one... You're not going to stay there, are you? There should only be one thing that we need to get now in the ice area. Oh my god, why are you so obsessed with that bag? There's nothing in it of any interest. You're just... Stop rustling stuff. Go and sit on the spare bed next door. Honestly. I'm never normally this interested in stuff in here. Yeah, so we've got all three of those, so technically speaking we should be able to petrify grenade them. We've got a few now. Somewhere. Petrify grenades? Oh, or dream powders. Ah, actually that might be powerful enough to kill them all. Or nearly. And now we can just use like a grenade or something. Oh, or a bomb fragment, yeah. Boom. So we don't have to waste our very valuable petrify grenades. But again, yeah, we didn't need any of that stuff. Ooh, lucid charge. What does that do? Steve, leave that bag alone. Confused what could be useful. Leave that bag alone, please. Honestly, there's nothing of interest in that bag. I promise you. Right, goodbye. Wandering off now. Yeah, you go next door and sleep on the spare bed. Basically, aha! Is that the math it or whatever it's called? What's it called? Yeah, mapped it. 710. Okay. And that'll be the last thing that we need here. Which is great. So, a grenade? Ooh, we'll get 3 turns before the wolf does. So, a bomb fragment on you. And a grenade. Is the smoke bomb not just going to kill it? Yeah, that was stupid. The only thing I can think is I already caught one. But I know I haven't caught one on this thing yet. Dark touch. Okay, I'm setting up for it. So that I can dark it. So that it doesn't hurt me. Yeah, that leads me to think I still need to get one. Okay, there we go, we've got one again. Cool. Right. So, presumably bomb fragments again? I guess? Bomb fragment on you. See, now I think a grenade is going to be a better ploy. Oh, I don't think it's been darked. That's annoying. That's annoying. Well, you've got a dark touch, haven't you? Yeah, try. Right, okay. And Riku, I'm assuming... Okay, just a bomb fragment on you. Right, okay. Try and dark you. Again, unsuccessfully. That's so annoying. Poison Fang? Yeah, just to kill you off because it's a single target. And you're resistant to all magic, so other stuff's not going to be of any use. How much health you got? 278. Okay, that's not too bad. Not really worth Tidus swapping over, is it? No, that was much more useful. I don't even remember him getting a thing with an auto potion, you know? Still don't think it's darked. I really don't think it's darked. It can't have much health left though, 120. Oh, come on, Walker, you can do it. Yeah, we got the catcher on. Go for it. 120. Okay. I mean, that was a crit, so... Uh-huh. There's going to be another... Oh, okay, there'll be an Oran turn. Perfect. And if that hadn't have done it, Waka had a turn afterwards, so it was always going to get caught. So I think that's all of the ice-based stuff done, I believe. So that's great. So now we just need to do the forest-based stuff. Obviously that does also include like the 2 strongest things to catch. The Chimera and the Zyphos or whatever it's called. The big Chlory thing. The quick Chlory bastard. Now the question is, do we save? I feel like we should do. Are we taking the shortcut so that we can get to the other save point and then walk up? So I feel like we should save. I know it's going to reset everyone's health and then we kind of need to go through the pain of getting people back into yellow health again so that they've got haste. But it just saves us having to potentially get a game over and then have to catch those things again. I just think it's quicker in the long run if we save. Yeah, good, we're saving. That's what we like to see. Being careful. I know, yeah, it's a pain because now no one's in yellow health and no one's got haste, but hopefully in this first fight we can get to a point where I think we might need all of those. So yeah, this to me, I think if we silence grenade, I would say 370, 580, 1500, yeah. Yeah, I think if we silence grenade, past me was such a genius. Oh, it actually does kill both of them. Perfect, yeah. I knew it would kill the like lizardy thing. I wasn't sure about the one in the middle. But the good thing is now, because it's silenced, it literally can't hurt us. So we now have the opportunity to kind of whittle it down a bit. And also get ourselves back into yellow health, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. 334, should be able to do another grenade. Ooh, nearly in yellow health. Still not quite. Lovely, definitely going to want that. Perfect. Might as well attack it, whittle it down a little bit more, because it's going to take a while because it's got high defense. Yellow health. Hit on you. No, not quite. A little more. I reckon one more Oran attack. Perfect. Waka and Riku are both in yellow health. Oran is... Oh, fish scales. I thought it would have been water gems. That's a bit rubbish. Maybe they're from the Chimera. I reckon one more hit... Oh, okay. One more hit from Oran would have done it. No. Oh, God. I'll steal, I suppose. Might as well. Jesus, still not caught. What? Yeah, it kind of works because Oren's got the most health anyway. So he's the most likely to kind of survive a bigger hit. So keeping his health up's good. Waka can still capture. And then Riku can still pump out a load of items. But in haste, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect setup. So we've got the blue element. We need... Yeah, we needed the lizardy thing. And we needed the kind of stone golemy, whatever the hell that was. Basically, yeah, the middle one and the right one. The question is, how do we isolate them? We could throw a grenade, I reckon. So we've got 2 turns here. Yeah, grenade. Maybe another grenade. Oh, Poison Fang on... Oh, okay, on you. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that to go on the element. You've got 18 health. Oh, that's perfect. Please hit. Lovely, that's you caught in the Igrion. Oh, okay, and I suppose I can just silence grenade you. And probably again. Or yeah, electro marbles, I suppose. Yeah, get you dead. Okay. Interesting. So we're literally just doing one at a time, rather than going for the greedy double capture, which, in fairness, does make a lot of sense. I think at the time as well, I had like a tick sheet, so I was marking off the ones that I'd already caught or hadn't caught, so I didn't have to keep checking in with the bloody the thing in the Calmlands in the monster arena. Right, Chimera. We need you. Yeah, do you sleep? Probably not. Smoke Bomb should work because it does a charge attack. So that gets rid of that threat. Don't think it can sleep. No. Much health has it got? 3,500 still. Darkness it's still got. Riku's got 2 turns against it. Silent Strike. Silence didn't hit, which is annoying. Silence Grenade. Don't know why I'm checking its health again. Still going to have like 3,000. Yeah, I would say Silence Grenade. Because that didn't say it was immune. Right. So it's silenced and darked. So it can only really do kind of specialist moves. Like lobbing its fireball thing at me. It can charge, but it'll probably miss. And it can't use Thundara from the snake tail, which is good. It can be poison, that's not good. Oh, okay, it's still in the fight, that's good. That's good. How much has it got now? Oh, 190. was a bit of luck. How many turns have we got? Okay, Riku's got 3, so Oren hits it now. Perfect. We have a Chimera. So the next time we come up against a Chimera, Petrify Grenade, done. Finished. Out the way. Lovely. So, what are we left to get? We need the kind of the thing that was in the middle of the 3 when we had the Iguion Lizard and the Water Element. The one that looks like a Mafdet that's not a Mafdet. The Musharugru or something, whatever the hell it's called. Need one of them. Basically that one in the middle there. But we also need that Wasp as well, I think. Yeah. So the Iguion Lizard thing can sod off. How much health does the Wasp have? Not much. Mushuru. There we go. I kind of nearly said that. Nearly. Right. I think that is a grenade. Okay, the Wasp's still alive. So that's going to be Walker's target. 239. Oh, 6 health. So fortunate. What's the best way of... I would say a Poison Fang on the Iguion, because that's going to attack next. Poison Fang, or any kind of... I mean, it doesn't really need a Poison Fang, but yeah, any kind of single thing. So that's you dead. You can get the Wasp. Perfect. We've then got 2 attacks against you. And you've got some health. 239. And annoyingly, Oren's not getting a turn. But we should be alright. Yeah, swap out for Kamari. Hit you, yeah, fair enough. Another attack. Cool, you attack the person with the most health, that's brilliant. You've got the right equipment. And capture. Nice. What does that leave? Does that just leave that Zyphos, or whatever it is? The quick thing with the claws? I think that might be it, you know. I think that might be the only thing left to get. Hope it is. I'm trying to rack my brain for anything else in this area. But that's the only other thing I can think of that we haven't seen yet. Yep, so all 3 of them are done, so we can, again, Petrify Grenade if we want. I mean, we might as well at this point, because it's quick. Oh no, Dream Powder, yeah, in fairness, yeah, that'll kill them all, won't it? Because it does like 1,000 damage. Yep. Past me has got more brain than current me. For that would have been a waste of a Petrify Grenade. Essentially, we're keeping our Petrify Grenade for Chimeras, it seems. Because they can definitely take that right to the face. Speaking of which, it's time for you to take a Petrify Grenade to the face. Perfect. Yes, we don't have a massive supply of those, so we could do with keeping as many to hand as possible for the moment. So we will need to do another farm of those, annoyingly, before we climb Mount Gagazet. But 'tis what it is. 'Tis what it is. Go away. How many have we got? Does it say? 40. Oh, we got 42, so we're all right for in here. There's no kind of worry there. For some reason, I thought we had less. I thought on the last fight I saw that it said we only had like a dozen or so, but obviously I was looking at the wrong thing. I was either looking at the wrong item or I was noticing something completely different. Come on, just give us the thing we need. There it is. Can we get rid of the wasps first? Luckily they've got less health. Smoke bomb? Oh, it is a Xiphos. It's got like, what did that say, 2,000 health? I missed that. Smoke bomb? Smoke bomb. Boom, they're dead. It's darked. We should be alright. Feeling confident. Cool, for a bit more damage. Bit more. How much has it got left? I started off with 2,700. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it is just that and the Chimera that are over, well, I say over 1,000, but over 2,000. Nearly sort of 3,000, so. Lovely. Love to see it miss. Another grenade, I suppose, yeah, we've got plenty of them. Good thing is we can steal them very easily from the Machina in the Calmlands, and we can buy them, or we will be able to buy them in the airship soon. Alright, attack from you. No. Riku. Yeah, just skip Riku's turns and just get these two to attack now until it's done. Oh, you absolute sod, you hit me. Thankfully, because I was defending, you didn't kill me. You're not meant to hit me through dark. I mean, obviously it's possible, but you're meant to miss. Ah. I think that's everything. I'm about 99% sure that's everything. I haven't seen any other monsters. That was me kind of rattling all that off with my brain. Oh, another Chimera. Yeah, another Petrify Grenade to you, mister. You can sod right off. Is what you can do. You can sod right off. Because we're just taking the path, we can then take the shortcut back to the beginning again. Yeah, once we've saved, which is perfect. We just need to get through this last bit of the woods. Yeah, got all of you. You can all sod off. I wonder if they're susceptible to sleep. Oh, okay, we're just going to Petrify Grenade them anyway. Fair enough. As I say, we've got plenty of them, so it doesn't really matter if we get rid of a few more. Swappity swap. Oh, I've seen that menu so many times. It is a shame that there's no setting whereby you can kind of either have a kind of rigid set start party if you wanted to, or a way that your kind of initial party, each time you kind of start a new thing, instead of remembering the end of the last fight, it remembers the beginning of that previous fight, because then we can at least have I don't want to do the butterfly thing. Hey, we got to the end. Save. Yeah, that way then we haven't got to keep going into the menu and swapping Tidus out with Riku all the time, because it will just remember that he was already in the party at the start of the fight. But no, it gives you the end of the fight for the beginning of the next one, which is a pain in the arse. So that's everything got. We are heading back to the beginning. I'm pretty sure that's everything in Macalania. We'll have to find out when we get back to the Calmlands. But I think the plan for the next bit is to go to the Thunder Plains and do the same there, so that we can get the Chocobo Wing reward item, as well as the, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Shining Gem. So that's going to be the next video, and it won't take 6 months to get there, I promise. Goodbye.